Greetings, Wargamers. This is Ross Algar, and this is World of Warships Closed Beta Test. Today, you are on board the USS South Carolina, a Tier 3 battleship that I have had the honor of ranking Elite now, which means I get free experience for any battles with it, and I've completely upgraded this thing and have researched the next vessels in line. A little bit about this vessel. First U.S. Navy dreadnought. It was the first ship to have the super guns. And as you can see here, we've got a 33 survivability, 44 artillery. Concealment's actually not half bad, maneuverability, but just take a look at this beautiful ship. And those guns that are just bristling about this deck here. And I love the little details that they've put in here. If you kind of zoom in, here we've got, let's take a look at some of the artillery here. You've got 3 times 2 305 millimeter guns, 2 turrets each, 4, and they are monstrous. Look at that. I love the detail on this ship. Your secondary armaments, you've got 20 76.2 millimeters, and they are all over the place on here. So you got 10 per side, various levels. Now, the downside of the South Carolina, of course, is it's not very good, even upgraded. It doesn't have a lot of flak capability or anti-air. You have a few guns each side. As we kind of zoom in around here, maneuverability is not that bad. I mean, 18 knots, I think, max speed. I think that, if I remember right, I have seen it go up to 24. Now, that might be because I had an upgraded vessel, but let's explore that here. If we go into our modules, as you can see here now, the original hull doesn't give me a speed. Well, actually, the maneuverability has improved from that, and we previously, where we only had a firing range of 10.2, we now have a firing range of 11.2, so about a 10% gain. Not too terribly shabby. Now, I want to compare this one here with its counterpart in the Tier 3. And if we go to our tech tree here, we're actually going to take a look at the Imperial Japanese Navy, the Kawachi. Now, in my last video, I mentioned that you really had to be careful with this particular ship. Notice where the gun layout is here. Let's get back into port mode and clear up the screen here. But look at this top down. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you come around the side here. You notice the guns in the middle of the deck. 1 and 2. Well, the interesting thing about this is that while you are aiming in a direction, let's say we're aiming over here towards the car, you still have these 2 guns on the other side. If anybody creeps up on you, you can turn your attention and at least bring 4 guns of those 305 millimeter around on a target, while the other 2 guns at the bow and stern of your ship are able to come in. So, pretty interesting design. The one thing that's lacking, though, on this ship is the secondary armaments. You have 820 millimeter guns, and the secondary armament of 10 152 millimeter guns. Now you're thinking, well, 3 kilometers here as opposed to 3 kilometers there, and this is maxed out. This is the 1919 version of the Kawachi. As you can see, I've got this upgraded here. Now, I've had some fairly moderate success. So what we're going to do tonight is we are actually going to observe play in the Kawachi. And let me get back to what I was trying to do here. Try to go scroll through this, probably a little easier for me than making a mistake. And there we go. Clear that up. And as you recall, on the exterior you can put battle flags on here, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. We're going to do the Juliet Charlie to prevent any kind of magazine detonation. We're going to do the India Bravo Terra 3 to prevent any kind of, or avoid any kind of creeping wounds. Really don't need that, but we'll go ahead and we'll pass on that one. The battleships you don't usually end up ramming. Let's go ahead and make a little money on this one. We'll use my second to the last Zulu flag here. Okay, we're all mounted up. We'll take a quick look at Lieutenant Brown here. As you can see now, once you get to lieutenant level, and I've managed to have his basic fire training, his basics of survivability, which reduces repair time, which in a battleship is really important. And you will see why. And I've also gone ahead and gave minus 10% to the reloading time of the damage control party. These ships are built to take punishment, and it's important when you get damaged to, if you can, retreat, use your damage control, and then all battleships have the ability to repair damage, which basically it increases your hit points from the loss. Let's go ahead and ready up here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the timer in case we're having an extended delay, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're finally getting back into queue here. Let's see what we're up against. Okay, we've got a Tier 4 match, and this one looks a little lopsided, if not for the fact that I have several Tier 5 battleships along with me. And we're up against a Bogue and a Zuho. Now this is going to be a fairly tough fight, I can tell you that much. And the overall mission is the new Dawn standard battle map. As you see, we don't have a lot of destroyer escorts, and neither does our team, which is nice. So this game is pretty much going to be a slugfest between the cruisers and battleships, and hopefully we can get a carrier kill in before the enemy team does. Alright, looks like we're still delayed here. Any minute we should load up. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. Well, oh, here we go. And we are underway. Now, given the situation, there has been some discussion in the forums as far as load balance. As far as overall damage goes, you want to load AP if you're in a battleship. Unless your target is a carrier and you want to try to set it on fire, then you want to load HE. Now if you notice here, down at the bottom of the screen, and get control of my here. This here will actually restore your hit points once you suffer damage, as opposed to the repair, which will put out a fire or repair a damaged turret or damaged secondary, etc. And we're cruising around. Let's go ahead and full throttle here. Seems like everybody's wanting to go this way, so we're going to make a turn to our starboard side here. And I'm going to go ahead, and since that's the case, I'm going to start moving my guns over in that direction, because already we've got some contact from our scouts. But everybody is well outside of my range at this point. Now, until that destroyer is taken care of, or a couple of those cruisers, I probably don't want to necessarily try to get myself bottled into these narrow passes here. I definitely don't want to go down to H9. And we've got some activity overhead here. And one of our cruisers just laid down a defensive fire here of torpedoes. I'm not sure why they thinks there's anything there. There's nobody near coming yet, which is pretty much at this point just a waste. Okay, we've got some activity over there. Looks like our destroyer friends, our enemy destroyers over there. Alright, we managed to get about 18.2 knots here, and our New York friend is pulling well above us. We'll have somebody coming into range shortly. Alright, we've got a target. Lead him a little bit. We've got a cruiser. Now, he's probably just about to come out there. I don't have all my guns on him. He's got a battleship just outside the range here, and that is a Wyoming, which would probably hit us. Got a good spread there. No hits. Ah. Son of a gun. Let's lead him a little bit. Maybe we can get lucky. Oh, hello. Looks like it's going to be a good hit. I come to a stop so I don't run aground. We're going to go full reverse. Okay, I'm not going to say I'm not in trouble here, but I am. Taking some damage already. Come on, guns, load. Fire, put it out. He's still not moving. Let's light his ass up. Only one hit out of that barrage. That's awful. Now I'm going to turn so that I can bring my team. Okay, I've got a possibility here of time to use the repair kit. Oh, too late. Too late. Oh, that is just too bad. But we did do some decent damage at least. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording right to the end of the game, and we'll come back and check the after-action battle report. Okay, we are back, and unfortunately that turned out to be a defeat. While we had a battle performance with only 12 hits on target, we still managed to make a good deal of coin here. Unfortunately, as you can see, with their higher end carriers actually just tore us up. Although we still managed to do quite a bit of damage here. There were only 4 players left alive, and several of them were fairly badly damaged. Only one of their carriers managed to escape the claws of a cruiser. But let's take a look at the detailed report here. 48 shots fired from the main battery, 12 of which, all of which were AP, did 12,925 damage. So with 10 penetrations. Now with HE, you might see things with causing fires and so on. Only 1 hit on that St. Louis. Is that something? Unbelievable. But we didn't manage to take out any air. Now let's take a look at the damage that we received. Now look at the majority. 7 hits did 19,986. Now those were probably the result of catastrophic hits, where he had 22 shots coming into me from that only did 8,000. Still, the fact that I wasn't able to use my T button for the in time to get some health cost me that an early exit to the game. Experience point wise, of course, I end up at the bottom with only 295. So let's go back to the port here. We're actually going to take the Imperial Japanese Navy out for a ride now. As soon as we can get this game to cooperate. Now, I do have some lag issues. A lot of the delays that you see experiencing are not the result of the game, but in fact are problems with the actual system that I have in place. There are some things that you can do to help improve your game quality overall, and one of them would be to have a solid state drive as opposed to a hard disk drive like I do. And if in fact you do, you want to make sure that you defragment and reassemble your files. That way they're not scattered all over your disk. That should improve some of your load time considerably. Now, let's go ahead and take a look here at the Kawachi. Now, as I mentioned, it does have these interesting guns here on the sides. Module-wise, if I can get this to cooperate, come on there we go. I've actually upgraded this to the 1919. We've got a main battery modification along with a damage control system. Go ahead and add a couple of the flags here. Juliet Charlie for explosions. India Bravo Terra 3. And we'll go ahead and use another last Zulu flag here. Alright. Take a look at our Kaigun Shoei, or however that is pronounced. Now, he's probably got some good experience here. If we managed to have a really good game on this one, I'll have a +1, but I won't be able to use it. At least until he gets another 3,000 experience after this. The amount of experience is interesting. It starts at 1,300, and then it goes to 26, then to 28, and then from 28 to 3,000. So it's interesting in the way they're doing that. I'm not surely what their thought process is in that. It does go up, but it's interesting in how it goes up. Alright, we'll go ahead and pause this, and we'll be right back as soon as we get in the battle. Okay, we're in queue here. It actually didn't take all that long. Let's see what we're up against. Okay, this is the North Domination map. Alright, no carriers, so this is going to be a slugfest between the battleships. We do have a number of Tier 4 and 5 destroyers against several of ours. The Murmansk there is a carrier. These 4 here are So they've got one more carrier than us, and that's a tier. Both of the two of those are tier 6, which is not very nice. Matchmaker is not being my friend today. But we will definitely be able to demonstrate the capabilities of this vessel. So let's go back to the map here, see where we're laid out. Looks like people are already moving. Now, more than likely, our destroyer is probably going to go up and try to set up an ambush here around E4. My thoughts are probably that I want to move with this battle group, the cruiser and the other battleship, and come around this way. And I'll probably go to, what would be H1 there. Go ahead and load the AP. Now it looks like the way we're dividing up here, we've got most players heading over to either C or D, and we're immediately moving on A as opposed to going in the center. Okay, we are at full throttle. I have turned all of my guns in that direction so I can cover both A and B if necessary. Looks like C is already under attack, and that'll probably be taken quickly, so we're going to fall in behind the battle group here. Lead the way, kill. I'm moving to the one line. Let's see here. Now, if you ever forget what you need to do, all you do is hit F1, and if you want to see what your commands here to speed up, slow down, or actually, where was that? Aircraft, armament modules, or was it communication? Yeah, here we go. Camera and chat. Give you an idea of what this is. This gives you some in-game help here. Let's see what's going on so I don't run into anybody. Okay. Interesting that we haven't spotted anything. There's the destroyer. Oh, just short.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
And he's just outside my range. And of course we get all the destroyers coming our way. Now I'm going to come in just a little bit. I want to be able to cover the whole target area. But I don't want to turn so much that I can't bring all my guns in. The cruisers are running. And looks like there's a torpedo spread down. Now this cruiser's coming along my side so he can screen anything coming my way. Okay, we're going to make a slight turn. Now, what is going on here in front of me? Am I going to run into him? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, we've got torps in the water. They're far enough out, I probably don't need to worry about them at this point. Still, everybody is outside my range. Now, is he coming or going? Just about got a few in range here. Okay, here we go. First salvo's away. One hit. Oh, I really need to work on the aiming of this crew. Now he's coming in hard. One with a cruiser escort. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Come on, come on. Put that fire out. Oh, got some good hits on him. I'm going to go ahead and do some damage control here. Come on, he's turning. He's on fire. Fantastic. Let's finish him off. Okay, we're going to get out of here. And we are running. He's sitting still. Look at that. That was foolish of him. I think he'll regret that. Yeah, he's moving now. Okay, I don't have to repair anything. Alright, go ahead and repair. Come on, he's turning away. Oh, nice shot. Alright, we are steaming right along here. Looks like this is going to be a victory. Game's just about over. Let's keep him running. It's going to fall well short of him, but I'd like to actually land one of these days. And the game is just about over. 4 more seconds. And that's it. So it's not a bad game for us. Let's go ahead and take a look at the after action report. 52,075 silver earned, 14 hits, 1,521 experience, 74 free experience gained. And we did respectable here. We come in and, well, I guess when you look at the overall damage of the team, the fact that we did 676 mutes, I mean, everybody did twice as much damage. Just as, look at that. The disparity of the damage on both sides is just incredible. Yeah, let's go take a look at the detailed report here. 70 shots fired, 14, which did 12,339, with 11 penetrations, 11 of 14. Now that's amazing. We did the most damage to the South Carolina, and second to that, we didn't get any secondary damage done. Now let's take a look at that. Compared to 39 damage from HE shells. Now 14 at 12,339. Now HE, of course, wreaked havoc on me. I took a lot of fire there, but what kept me in the game was the use of the repair kit, getting out and getting back to safety, getting away from their guns, and being able to use the health. Now let's go back here and back into the port and see, in fact, we did level up. Now, we're at a point now, though, we still can't use this. I'm going to have to earn, like I said here, here's the disparity. I'm going to have to earn another 3,800 before I can take advantage of one of these modules here. But anyway, that is your Tier 3 battleships in the World of Warships, closed beta testing. I hope you've taken something from this video, and again, go ahead and post in the comments. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. Again, this is Ross Algar with CIA2, and you guys have a great night.